Okay, so first thing you need to do is open SQL Server 2022 Configuration Manager. So just open that, and then where your server is, so you will see this, where your server is. So I use SQL Express. So yeah, just select the server, and then you will see this one is disabled and this one is disabled. So just double click on it, and then say yes, apply, okay, and then double click on this one, say yes, enabled, okay, and then before you apply, you must go to IP addresses, and then you can just enable. So you will see this is disabled, this is disabled, and this one is disabled. So you can just say yes, yes, and yes. Or you can just do it with this one, because we will use this to connect to the server, the local IP address. So then just press apply, okay. And then after you apply and okay, you need to go here to SQL Server Services. Then you right click here and say restart. Then this will restart the server. So the changes you just made takes effect. And then after it's restarted, you can just log in. So just log in like you with your username at /SQL Express, say Windows Authentication, and then leave this Trust Server Certificate on and mandatory. Then you connect, and then after you connect to the database through here, now you need to make a new user account. So I will just say this code. This is basic SQL code just to create a user. Then you can just run create login, then a username with a password. So the password needs to be complicated like this. So just copy and paste this, and then you say alter login with check policy off, and then you can make the password what you want. So yeah, so you run this one, then you just run this one, and then you run this one, and then you say use database. So that will now be one of your databases you're using. So let's say like classwork or any other database. Just use the database you made for the DPG project, and then create user and then your username again for login username. So this will make then a user for this database, and then you can just make yourself the owner by running this. So then you say db owner and then your username. So after you've done this, now you will have a username and password to log in with. And then what you can do is go to, right click on this database, and then you say properties. Now in here, inside of here, you must go to security, and then you will see it's Windows Authentication mode. All you need to do is select SQL Server and Windows Authentication mode, and then you can say okay, and then you need to restart the server again after changing that. So just restart it again. But after the server is restarted, then you can go into IntelliJ. Now, if you have IntelliJ Ultimate, which you can just get by sending JetBrains by giving JetBrains your last email, and then they will send you an email code with a link you click, and then you get full access to the to IntelliJ Premium. But yeah, IntelliJ Ultimate has this database button. You can just press plus data source, and you can say Microsoft SQL Server, and then this new window will come up. So yeah, here you can just say the 127.0.0.1, and then port you can leave open, instance you can leave open. Now with username and password, this is now where you enter the user you created, so the username you placed and the password. And then yeah, you will see here it's like a drivers missing file. So yeah, just update it or say download missing drivers or anything. Yeah, so just wait for this to complete, and then you can say test connection. And then if you see succeeded and it works, then you can say apply and OK. And then after you apply, there will be a console. So this is basically, and now you can use this console to execute your SQL instead of using this platform. But either way, you can use both. You can use the one or the other. It doesn't matter. And then to interact with your database using like Java code, it's best to make like a method where you have try and catch. So yeah, you will see this is just variables. So this is where you store. I will send this code on the group, but yeah, you store your URL to the database in the URL variable, string password, like string username, your username, and then your password to your password. This is just for my method, because I want to check if a username already exists in the database. By the way, don't do this. This is just an example. Here in string query, you now place your procedure, so like execute procedure or the thing you're trying to do. So yeah, then this is the SQL that will run. That will be called when you run the Java code. And then it's important, put everything in a try and catch. If you don't use a try and catch, Java will just give you errors and say no. Yeah, put it in a try and catch. And then yeah, this is just a default, like this is just the classes you use to connect to the database. So yeah, then it's just connection con equals driver manager dot get connection URL username password pair statement. This is pairing the SQL statement. You will see here's a question mark. Now here statement dot set string. So this is the first question mark will be replaced with username. So yeah, I have a parameter username. So this username will be passed. So yeah, this question mark will be replaced with whatever is passed to this method. And then result set is the results you get from the database. And then yeah, this is just what must be done if there is results. So exist must then be either 1 or 0. So yeah, if you will see, and then it's just a catch exception e, print e stack, return false, return exist. So yeah, if I run this, it will check. So here in my code, it will check if there is a username with the username given, and then you will see it through. And then yeah, that's how you connect to the database through IntelliJ.